got a lot of contenders when it comes to the MVP and the Terminator for this grand finals. Who get the most kills there? Speaking of which, down from shooting range going to a Sonovska military base. Beautiful fight path, not that centralized when it comes to dividing the map into two parts, but good enough for all the players to get to where they want to their destinations. Yeah, their dropping points. But Judgment Day here again. Where will the circle favor this time?
So another beautiful path.
So far, yep. I have a feeling it's gonna be a little bit down south when it comes to the circle. I don't know, maybe in between those bridges, but sometimes the circle a bit kind to the players when it comes to grand finals these days.
Okay, I won't pull off that line again. So look at this, the
Oh,
circle. Finally
totally.
something, guys. Finally something for us evil circle lovers. Finally something. Oh my god, this is probably the first. Well, it's not the worst circle I'd say, but the first uneven circle throughout this grand final. So finally we got something. It's a good start for all of you who also love evil circles there. So we are getting what we want. So now Geek Fam, as we can see here on the lineup though, Ainauki is no longer with Geek Fam. So just for the information of all you Geek Fam fans out there, if you're wondering where Ainauki has been going, well, just to let you know, he has officially announced on his page as well that he is no longer with Geek Fam, so they will play these grand finals without Ainauki. So they will play with the lineup as you can see earlier. So now moving over to the Dingoes, looks like they are not too far away from QB. And some scouting happening there, but of course it's still very early. Don't expect big engagement, especially in a map just like this.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're looking over. I have a feeling it will ended up in Rosshawk for the last circle. If it's Rosshawk, it's kind of a tough spot there because that Motown on Rosshawk, there's a lot of structure and buildings, and there's also water on in those buildings. So it's one of the places that's trickiest to play. Well, Team Secret, we are really looking forward for any team to be fighting over the Pachinki, but apparently none of the team taking that risk here again. So Team Secret can be peacefully going up to the northern side of the map there. Rosa, I jinxed that circle just now. Sorry, it's up down to probably shooting range. Good for you, the gang. Don't have to move that much, but at the same time, like I said before, if you're being too centralized by the circle, you need to move and play at the rim of it because all the teams will come towards that direction, and you'll be the focus for them if you have to be sandwiched between so many teams.
And now, just looking at this, everyone's just peacefully looting for now. Bigatron still at their peaceful place. Everyone's just like, for most teams, I do see that. I guess everyone's still dropping on their comfort zone position. I'd say Tara here all alone as well. So, but a lot of migration later towards the northern side, especially for those on the military base island towards the southern side. Getting there could pose a challenge. We could maybe see some gatekeeping there because there are a couple of bridges leading up to the northern island. But unless the circle just wants to troll and move it down south onto Rosshawk, well, then it will be a lot of smiles for a lot of the players. They will go like, oh, remember Choo Choo last time? Whenever like the circle closes in and when the circle was like a tricky circle, the whole arena would go like, oh, that environment. I miss that moment.
Yeah, I miss the most is when the first chicken dinner landed by impunity. Everybody just standing ovation. There was a lot of support coming up from the players. They're having a really good sportsmanship there. If you ask me, most of the players are really nice and positive people. Hope you guys can learn a bit. We can learn from them a lot actually when it comes to having that sportsmanship. But down back to the game where everybody is not friendly getting that chicken dinner today. Every single person in this game, aside from your own team, will be rivals. Papa will have a little bit of clear pathway so far going up to that circle, but Resurgence will be the teams that they will have to pass through. But coming up from the southern side here, Net and also Bigatron will have to cross that bridge. I don't think anybody will camp this one now, but you do right smack on top of Savini and shooting range. They got 2 compound to work with, and that's more than enough to supply the whole team.
Yeah, that should be okay for this couple of teams. But now we see some movement here from the side of the Dingoes. They want to get to the northern island pretty early, but well, they could face off some other teams there. But okay, because they moved pretty fast, so looks like the bridge camping is not ready yet. So it's kind of a good move there. Plus, they did land fairly nearby. I believe it was around the area of hospital. So it's okay for them to quickly move there and continue the looting on the northern side. Plus, we did theorize earlier that a lot of teams, for some reason, they don't like to land at the northern side. So if we continue on with that theory, we use that, there could probably be a free path for them to the other side. But ESG looks like they used the Dingoes. They want to stop them from going on. And now San, he has been knocked down, and Maisel as well. And now Dingoes is in trouble here. They will go in for the pursuit. Superman is trying to be the Superman. Bamburu gets his target. San Robin finishes San back to the lobby. The first one to go out. The second one will be Maisel. And now looks like the Dingoes will need to continue on with only 2 team members.
Not a great start for them. That's really unfortunate. Have to bump onto right in the first phase of the game here. ESG and Dingo's parting ways, both going at a tree with a couple of casualty. Couple of casualty on the side of Dingo's. Kind of hard for them to actually fighting against so many teams after the shooting range is a hot spot. You don't want to linger way too long here. Speaking of which, some people already hovering around Stelbert as well, but hopefully they'll be okay. But back about the team, they only have one direction from where their drop points are starting, which most of the team will be going up to the north. So the northern side of the map will be a big focus for most of the team. You don't want to stay way too much in the central of the circle, especially you to gang here. If not, they were kind of depleted when it comes to their economy and also their gears. On the side of NED, already rotating into that. Oh wait, what? Yep, they're going already on the side of and maybe even Pochinki at this point. For NED Brotherhood, they're going for that mainland, but Gateman got ambushed just now by ESG. What happened to ESG? They ate something that really going well now. They taking after one fight and another, just unstoppable, flushing every single kill they can. And ESG is just going for more based on how they want to rotate here. Superla making sure he got the higher ground cover to be sure that nobody will be walking into their compound. But he got stuck there at that hill and thinking twice about going over that hill with that vehicle. He's taking his time, making sure he got himself backtracked into the house.
Looks like a U-turn there from Superland, but I do wonder what ESG had for lunch really, because they are definitely eating someone and people are on their menu. Wow, ESG, they took out Dingoes, 2 team members Dingoes, and then they flushed out Geek Fam, 1 person there, and they all went in. It's not like, okay, 1 person go in, 1 person, no tactics. It's just being gangster and just go in and just clear out whoever's in the house without even considering who they are. It's like just no fear, go for it. But talking about no fear now, looks like Luxy, he has eyes on the side of Team No Recall. Cindy is on his top there, and the fires do go on the side of Cindy. Cindy taking a couple of shots there, but looks like Atai Tenke is from another angle. He may take those shots because Atai Tenke may not go on the side of Cindy, but does not connect enough for now. Cindy may just go up to the hill and right away into the horizon.
Well, that's a fast kill. Getting a Team No Recall. They are trying to get more kills there. At the same time, they have to care about the position. We're talking about if you want to get yourself a top 3, you need more than 2 chicken dinners here. That's the bar that's been set by the teams out there. But back about the game. Now the circle will not centralizing Rosshawk, but it will be a little bit up north towards Rosshawk, but in between Savannah as well. So it's going to be a middle ground between these 2 cities or 2 towns there. A lost survivor trying to actually sneaking from behind 40. The rest of Gig Fam is nowhere to be seen so far. 40 is the captain and playing this solo handling that control back in, but will 40 coming in as third party cleaning up the match. Michael getting double killed there, and Putra helping Resurgence getting that. Is that the whole team wipe up? Not yet. I think that's close to wiping the whole Resurgence just now. 2 of them knocked down. Y2K straight away with Voki on that side, trying to retreat and get himself a different compound to work with. Well, we're looking at none other than who's playing around the corners just now. He is silently keeping it low, and Expert and White getting rampage there. ESG just unstoppable, ramming after one team to another. They're racking up the kill when there's 1 round of Erangel.
And looks like, yeah, they are racking up the kills there, and that's definitely going to be the strategy. They need the points, as many points as possible as they can get. And now moving on with the Geek Fam, they are down to 3 team members, and your favorite helmet here, Choo Choo, the Arale helmet. Arale?
Arale.
Oh, there you go. That's cute from He Hawks. by the way.
Oh
So
yeah.
now they're letting Last Survivor go because, well, they don't have the numbers. You don't want to take the early fights because anyway, it's still 16 teams.
And 16 teams is way too much for a very small circle. So who get there first probably will win this chicken dinner. You make sure that you have that position right and favored by the circle. It's another thing, another skill you have to think about. Dingos taking their visualization on Team Secret, who are forced to take up the fight here. Will they retreat? Will they actually go in for more? BB already out and away back into the lobby. While another three Team Secret members here are forced to fight their opponents. None other than, if I'm not mistaken, ESG is around the corner as well. Shooting range is where everybody try to force themselves at into squeezing into the circle soon.
Yeah, it will definitely be there. But look at this, Dingoes. Suffering with only two team members, and now they not good for them. They have Team Secret on the other side. Ice Shots is just circling around, but I don't think they will stop there. Dingoes definitely not going to take any fights. They are just going to play for positioning for now because two team members against these top teams. Not good news for the Dingoes. Definitely too early to go out and look at this. 8 times scope AUG A3 on this airdrop, but nobody seems to be nearby this for now. Would anyone take the opportunity to go for this? And I do see let's see here, there is a big med kit there inside there. That will prove really nice if anyone could get their hands onto that. And now moving over to ESG, our gangsters for the day. Looks like they will continue on their gangsterism onto Last Survivor. Last Survivor, they are being chased away from Bravo. Bravo with the spray of the shots, go out, but just connect a little bit onto Boss Goku, but not good enough to knock down anyone. And Last Survivor will ride on into the horizon as well.
ESG, we know they have a lot of kills on this set, 3 kills so far, but there you go. Shooting range will be the final circle there. But we're looking at lots of Avatara, Dingo's net. Everybody squeeze themselves inside their team, no recall. At the same time, while Yudu going a little bit outskirts of the circle, they're trying to play a little bit safe, playing at the rims. Expert and what will be forced to bump into the one. We're having FV, only 2 members, or probably 3 or 4 there. I consider they are stacking on top of each other out. But YouTube gang trying to bait all the positioning of Team Secret with Drax on that base here, making sure that he knows where the fire is coming out from. Their preemptive shots modified by Mudpoint here, getting one on YouTube that Fredo knocked onto the ground, and now there is no way they can face and try to save Fredo there. Because they will have to sacrifice him one out. And now Expert and Y kind of get the idea. There's another team over that small mountain. So they're trying to hovering around the positions of Yudu gang, also Secret at the same time. Now there's gonna be a third party coming in. It's gonna be Gigatron, who hops onto their vehicle, crashing in the party as well.
Yeah, they could crash into this because just look at this. Just look at the minimap. On the flanks, multiple teams again. We have seen this a lot in these games. Now, BB looks like the first team member to go out for the side of Team Secret, and now Yuhai with eye shots. They are together now. They are working as a trio here, but they are still in the circle. A little bit of an open area, but they may want to relocate themselves quickly. And Team Secret are those kind of teams who don't stay put for long in an area, so they may want to make that move. Bigatron on the other hand, just on their left side, Yurugang on their right, and across them is Expert MY. Everyone is very close to each other, but the circle is still kind of this team, so no big pressure from the circle for now. Matt Toy spraying out the shots, managed to connect a little bit, but not enough to knock down. Now the grenade may be sent out, will be sent out, and may finish off one of the team members to get knocked out. Hydra is in trouble that he needs to kill up himself quickly, but looks like the grenade does not connect enough onto the side of Boyka. He is giving cover fire to his teammates, but it's not going to be easy because, well, it's high ground versus low ground.
Bigatron, that wrong plays at the wrong time, stuck in between so many teams. We're talking about 3 teams hovering around Bigatron here, but they are in a pit. The terrains kind of give them a favor so far, but how long can they withstand it? There are 3 teams, specifically Yudu Gang, Team Seeker, also the 4th player coming in, none other than EVOS VIP crawling slowly. There are so many contenders around this area of the circle. Shooting range is where everybody at right now. Probably 5 teams, maybe make it 6 or 7 there. Team Secret on the higher grounds. EVOS VIP just across them. Dingos already engaged towards Tara, and Bigatron are actually in the lower ground. Same goes for Yudu Gang, Expert MY in that shooting range on top of it. Well, how do they actually approach this? This gonna be the great migration happen. 50 seconds on the clock. 16 teams still all well and alive. 55 players. Too much for the fourth circle. This time, they will be forced to take on the fight here. We're talking about the great migration again, Cloud.
Oh, yeah, the Great Migration with still 16 teams inside. That is a big number that we're talking about. Now, Tara, they need to get through here. Now, Dingos is the only one stopping them on the other side. Lyrian has Lynx, but Lynx is not down. Now, Lyrian's taking a lot of damage. A couple of damage there from the grenade, and now the Molotov will go outside. Dingo's Kratos is still up while Nug is down, but Kratos doesn't have time to revive Nug. And now the energy drink will be popped up by Lyrian while pressure continues on the side of Dingo's thanks to the smoke as well. But Lyrian does not have sight on the side of Kratos. Now Kratos just behind the structure here. Can Lyrian find it? Lyrian, you just need to make a circle in there. And Kratos is still waiting. Kratos making the first move to Lyrian, but Lyrian has been taken out by Kratos. And now they will maintain their position in that round. But how long can they last? They need to get away and move into the circle.
Looking at the wrong direction and a little bit slow when it comes to that reaction time as well. But now back to Team Secret, tossing a lot of smokes there while Evo's VIP kind of sniffing the position of Team Secret. Putra drinking the energy drink, making sure that he take the painkillers because the blue will be closing in very soon. He takes up to that buggy, maybe trying to rotate straight right smack in the face of Team Secret there if he wants to, and the rest of the Team Evo's VIP try to give in the covers as much as they can. Matai forcing to fight here against Axis. There's also Yudo on that side to deal with. They are gatekeeping this circle for now for Team Secret, but at the same time they are rare and their backs kind of wide open there if they are too focused on one particular angle. We're talking about so many teams, so colorful. So now for that map, while on the other side, around west side, a southern of the circle, not too populated as the one that coming up from the west and shooting range. Last most Goku fighting against Team No Rico, still at 9K being pressured really hard here, having a hard time coming up from that covers. Then most Goku with the Scar L trying to bait him out with the rest of Last Survivor coming up from behind, giving the support. But now the cavalry has been arrived. Team No Rico coming in with Agaya and also Loyu from the side, but Bowman's been stopped there. NSP managed to knock one down with that grenade. Stevie coming from the front here. Incredible play and placement by Stevie. Getting that on their blind spot. Last Survivor didn't see that one coming. And we're looking at also FV Unbeatables on top of that hill. Can they go against Freeway Warrior? And wasting a lot of time for these teams to get them to the safe zone.
Oh, tons of resources spent just to get into the safe zone. So it may be tough when it goes to the 6 or 7 circle later on, but well, that'll be later, of course. And now Last Survivor, they still maintain all 4 their team members. Ziggs managed to get a revive up there. Morse Goku with that grenade from Loyu. Beautiful. They take out Morse Goku, take out Ichong. He is just bossing this. And now Last Survivor, they are now down to 2 team members. Ichong will be taken out for this game. Morse Goku is bleeding out. And now we move on to Aga. Aga will go on the seat there on the side of Last Survivor. NSP managed to get a knockdown on Aga. Stewart tried to loot as fast as possible while he needs to take the teammate Cindy. Now we'll continue on the pursuit on the NSP, giving a lot of pressure, but then again, look at this. Aisha has been knocked out. Loyu has been sent back to the lobby. Unfortunately, Cindy will try to get revenge for his teammate Stewart 9K. Looks like he will be knocked down as well. And very likely it's really tough to save him. But oh no! That drive from NSP taking out Sinmi. And there goes Team No Recall bowing out of this round. What an awful way to end this round for them.
That's brutal. That's savage coming up from NSP. Right in the smack face there. Right in the face, smacking down Simbi with a car. That was really a touche finishing. But back to you, the gang, and the rest of the team who are still battling things out to get themselves in the center of the circle. Right now, for a couple of members, Bappa are that touch a rim of the circle, but the rest of the team there, they are fighting this one out against NED Brotherhood, who also fighting against Expert and Y. So they kind of cramped up in between 2 teams here. Bappa tried to advance towards the safe zone, while Bigatron kind of again caught in a sandwich situation. Can they make a U-turn or take an alternative way? We're talking about too many teams fighting over this. He was taking that Team Secret Master. Bigatron Boyka taking one down on Jumper Resurgence, going against Abby while Samson here. trying to hold it on, but Bigatron Boyka taking down couple of members there from Union Gang solo-handedly clutching this one now. It's 1v3 and Boyka what? Whole Union Gang just now. That's a big win for Bigatron. But back to ESG now fighting against so many teams that are playing alongside up the hill. He need to reset himself, get that bounce at the same time while VIP Heiko shredded his helmet with that UAC. Fighting Oleg and ESG right in front of that crosshair and the line of sight here. VIP Kuza almost shredded, depleted his gears. Need a little bit of reset as well.
Now lots of teams now the circle. This is the 5th circle and it is continuing to close in. And now we are at 8 teams. Lots of blue on the other side. While the side of Expert and White Dylan, they still have 4 teams. In fact, though, they are taking different angles. They are somewhat at the edge of the circle, but they need to move a little bit, just a tad bit, little bit inside the circle, and they will be fine. But the next circle, will we favor them or not? This will be the big question because NED Brotherhood, they are waiting on the side. If anyone shows themselves, especially Romeo and Expert MY, they can be taken out by NED. And now Superla have been knocked down from another side. So Pomburu needs to save his teammates, but EVOS VIP is really close by. And now EVOS VIP, they managed to take out Bravo. And now Pomburu U-turn back, but they are just playing by the edge of this circle. Just left and right. They need to check their flanks all the time. Oh no! And the circle doesn't favor any of these teams that we can see on screen.
It's nobody's game so far. It's gonna be a salty game for most of these players. He wants to actually try to take one more clean kill out of ESG while Net engaged with Expert and was staying there. And VIP Kuza, he needs to replace his gears. It's really depleted and it won't hold on too much longer. With a couple of bullets can knock him down straight away with that shredded gears. Net, on the other hand, have 3 members the side of Expert and just behind them. But still have 4 men left. Will it be their first chicken dinner everybody's waiting for? Well, Bigatron, boy, God, that was a big clutch, and there's a lot of snow cakes there. Snowmen everywhere, and it's winter forward, but inside of the other place, it's summer and it's really heating up because Kuza have been pressured so much by multiple angles here. Just have that vegetation to work on. Only a couple of trees to take cover on. He need to pop himself smokes to advance towards the higher ground. At the same time, Kuza hovering around ESG Pomburu. They're not being wiped out yet, but now only top 8 left and 16 players alive.
Oh man, it's the size that's going to stop them. It's the front that's going to stop them. Everyone is just going to stop them. But Kuza may sneak into the circle. But then again, Bappa, they still have a full team here. They can stop lots of teams to try to get into the circle. And it seems that they are the only team with a full squad at the moment, as we can see on screen. And now EVOS VIP. Looks like Kuza has been knocked out. Heiko is only one left. And Haiku will spray onto the side of Pomburu, but then again does not clip enough. Pomburu will finish off Kuza with the micro Uzi, and now Expert MY looks like they're falling apart as well. Pomburu will be taken out by Matsabu. Heiko is trying to find a good angle here. It's not going to be easy, but he will take the buggy. He will be forced to move in the circle because the circle is closing. He will wait in the smokes for now. I hope he does have utilities because the smoke can only last him that long. So we need to wait and hear. Papa with the spray goes down. You're beautiful indeed. Managed to get the knockdown onto one of it, but looks like April missed get a knockdown to 6 on 6 double. Jenny have been knocked down as well, and now Bappa have a lot of teams to deal with left and right. April just beside him on the smokes there. Can he get inside on him? But looks like April is crawling there. They do not know April is there, but April is just really low. He will use his first aid kit and he will replenish himself.
This is tough terrain to be played by the players. We're talking about those that can get up to the highest ground. Will probably be taken with circle, but look at that spray coming up from a tie. Beautiful one, but he got returned back with a punch when he said Baba tried to finish off April, but at the same time Atai tried to hold it on much longer, but he's the only survivor. But Trick doing the same thing on that side too. Couple of explosion, but Atai being closed in by the blue. He needs to run, he needs to face this team. Take down Baba or it will be never a strike. It was nice! Atai on point efficiency. We're talking about straight, not missing any bullet spray. Come up from Atai, he whipped. When it comes to Trick with that clutch, it was really close fight there. But now down to 3 teams only. We have Bigatron, lost survival again, and nonetheless NED Brotherhood. Can they get themselves the chicken dinner for 2 times in a wrangle for last survival? Or will it be Bigatron getting 2 chicken dinner for today only? Or will it be NED Brotherhood finally land themselves their first ever chicken dinner?
Oh man, lots of questions here. Well, Net have the numbers here, as you can see on screen right here. Net have 3 team members. Boyka is the only one left, and Last Survivor have 2. So numbers on the side of Net, but both teams playing really, really safe right now. All the teams playing really safe now. Moving into the circle, Net is charging into the circle. Last Survivor as well. Boyka is the only one left behind, and Boyka needs to get through Net. And it's not going to be easy for him. Samzy putting a lot of pressure on the Boyka, who's just behind the tree, and the grenade will go out from the side of Samzy. Just cooking it, and now ding, the oven is ready, and the cooking has done, and Boyka is out before the grenade land.
Oh, look at that spray count from Samzy. Almost shredded his level 3 vest so far. Down to 2 teams left. Vicatron will force to stay in the 10th place. Nat tried to march in. We have an already knocked down. All that's left is only Zick there. They try to flush things out. Frag in every direction possible. And Zick flushed this one out. He got able to. Now it's down to Samzy, but Zick really lost Zick of Velvet. He tried to clutch it out, but it's not going to happen. Ned Brotherhood got themselves their first ever chicken dinner. Finally making a debut here. Ned Brotherhood Erangel is there to go.
Well, Net Brotherhood, welcome to the PMPL Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen. So fans of Net Brotherhood, rejoice because they have gotten their chicken dinner. Congratulations to the team, Net Brotherhood, and their players as well. And Net Brotherhood, they have been doing not too bad, really. Day 1, they were not too bad. They were 4th place, I believe. And now getting themselves a chicken dinner, they may earn themselves a spot into the top 3. We'll need to see the overall standings later, but this will place them really, really strongly as they got also a good amount of kills through when they were defending and getting into the circle. So congratulations, well done to Net Brotherhood.
Aside from that, they have been engaging in a lot of war. I'm talking about also, if you notice, ESG has been going on after war to another. They were being forced and grind to a fight all the way to get themselves that ticket. And it was an easy circle to start and play with. We're talking about up north there. All the hills and all the terrains is not nice to the players, especially with that kind of perspective you have. Playing the slope of the hill was the hardest for these teams. Vicatron almost got themselves their second chicken dinner. And aside from that, we're talking about really close when it comes to the last fight just now. But still, congratulations to none other than the Net Brotherhood. Got themselves finally their first chicken dinner in the grand finals.
And they fought really hard for it though. They had to fend off a lot of teams as they wanted to get into the circle. So it was not an easy chicken dinner, I'd say. Behind them was Boyka. Boyka, he knows his way. He can snipe people in front. Last Survivor, yes, they had the numbers towards the end, a little bit on the edge there, but getting into the circle into the first place was definitely not easy for them. Their rotation wise, they need to fend off a lot of teams as they get into the end. It was an open field, tough terrain as well because of the slope, lots of trees in between. So, well, but then again, the results just show for itself. Net Brotherhood just showing that they can not only hope for positioning points, but they can get kills at the same time and they can get their chicken dinner finally. So they will be really relieved to get that one.
In case you guys didn't notice, yesterday, Last Survivor got themselves the Erangel chicken dinner as well. I do kind of notice the pattern for Last Survivor is that they are really, really comfortable when it comes to Erangel, have more confidence in their gameplay, almost land themselves their chicken dinner Erangel again. But so far, some teams that had themselves that circle from the start, for example here, Yudu Gang, who got themselves last chicken dinner in Marama, didn't manage to stay it out, like clutching it out for the very last minute because there's too many teams going the same direction. This is what I talk about when the circle is not in the center and it's more into towards the, you know, a one direction where you know all angles there, it's all down focus on you who is on that drop point of where the circle is. It's kind of hard for them to actually hold their fortress, but nevertheless it was a great game coming out. Everybody is trying to claw themselves up to that chicken, but will it be enough for Net Brotherhood getting this one chicken in this just particularly one round?
Okay, so we need to see in the overall standings, but that could possibly bring them to the 3rd spot. That's possible because Team No Recall, I'm not sure how many kills they got earlier, but I think in terms of positioning standings, they weren't particularly well as well. Maybe they just knock on to top 10 somewhere around there, but we need to see later. But I guess my rough prediction is that Net Brotherhood, maybe they could overtake into the 3rd spot.
But that's the thing. They only have one chicken dinner for the side of Net Brother. It won't be enough. We're talking about balancing the scale of kill and also chicken dinner at the same time and going up towards that ladder. It's not gonna be an easy task for them. We've seen all the players on the top 3 spot here hitting themselves at 3 digits, except for last but not least here, if I'm not forgetting, Team No Recall getting themselves 90-ish, 96. Maybe they get themselves this time a triple digit as well. So it has to be, you have to fill all these requirements. One, you have to get the triple digit. Another one is getting more than 2 chicken dinners. And aside from that, it have to be more than 20-ish. It must be minimum like 30 kills if you get yourself for the grand finals tomorrow. And last but not least, no toxic on the side of their behavior, because we've seen all the top tier players here getting themselves a really cool, kind of very friendly personality on their side.
Well, yeah, that's what we have seen with the captains, especially Biu Biu is a nice guy we seen yesterday, and then we saw Man Parang as well, a nice guy just now. So, but of course, information for your Man Parang's taken. But Biu Biu, I don't know. So, well, you can still be happy or try. I don't know. But yep, there you go. Just information for everyone, extra information. But nevertheless, yeah, we do see a pattern that captains are fairly nice in this tournament. So I don't know. Maybe in the next interview here, we're definitely going to interview team members from Net Brotherhood, and we'll see. We'll see whether the pattern continues.
They have to. But yep, at the same time, we are already done for the third game today. That's a wrangle match for you. We have the coming up matches, which is going to be Sunhawk next. One of the most favorite map for all the players. Even me, myself, I'm loving it so much. Miramar and then Erangel for the end of the day as well. There's going to be all that's left. 3 more matches. Sunhawk, Miramar, and Erangel. But before that, we're going to jump into the highlight in case you guys want to see another moment of that magnificent plays by all these teams. If you are having their support, you drop by the comment section as well. But the fight path was really balanced, but when it comes to balancing the fight path, you're gonna have a hell evilish of circle up there.
That's an evilish circle, but it's also evilish for ESG. They were rampaging this from the start. Even get that punch kill on, and look at it, QB just cannot stand 4 against 1. They are just rampaging this, but it was a really, really good start from ESG. But later on, they did not get that kill momentum. But look at this long range from Matoy. Matoy is always really good with his long range, getting that knockout, and just look at his high ground. You give it to Matoy, he will make full good use of it.
And at the same time, this is where Liren looking at the wrong position and wrong direction, and also a little bit late when it comes to that reaction. Loyu, well, Team No Recall, they tried to reverse things over. They tried to counter-attack with a couple of nades here, but seeing this is just one of the most brutal deaths in the game by NSP. That's just really savage.
Yeah, that is really, really savage. And just look at this. So Boyka, he has been doing a lot of work for his team as well in this round. He managed to think it's up to the top 3. At the same time, we just look at the highlights. He got a lot of kills for his team, so that was really, really good work. Expert MYR, it was tough for all these teams on the outside. Just look at the amount of teams there. They're like, what, 5-6 teams who are just next to each other. It's just so tough. And those who are already inside, really good. Net Brotherhood, one of them. They were inside for a while, but then again after that they need to fight their way in. So they shown a balance that okay, they could clear out Bapa R to get into the circle, and of course the reward was that chicken dinner that we see earlier. And just look at this, they are just clearing off one by one. They overtake Bapa R's location and they got themselves prime position in the circle.
They know how to play with the terrain and use it to their full advantage, getting segregated, fanning out from the map here, making sure they have all angles possible covered. They're trying to get it from the long shots based on how they've actually engaged towards this approach last fight. But it was really hard for Six 1v3, but he still managed to knock down on it. We have to give a lot of respect to that guy. Just clutching and having the airdrop as his cover is not an easy task for Last Survivor. But nevertheless, congratulations to Net Brotherhood. Got themselves their first chicken dinner in the grand finals.
And there you go. Here are the standings, ladies and gentlemen. Page 1, Team Secret with 61 kills, 144 points. Yudu Gang tying it up. 654 kills, but 144 points as well. Net Brotherhood overtaking Team No Recall at 3rd spot with 50 kills, 116 points. Team No Recall finally going down a little bit with 47 kills, 100 points. Dingoes with 42 kills, 91 points. Bigatron Arrow 38 kills, 86 points. Last Survivor R2K 27 kills, 79 points. Axis MPX still hanging on to first page, 26 kills, 73 points.
There you go. I told you so when it comes to a 3-digit, but this is actually the same score for first, second. We don't get that too many times or often. That's interesting to see how this will play out later on. But Evo's VIP on the second page still with 68 points, 26 kills. Same goes for Resurgence at the 10th place, not moving at all, not budging, with also the same 26 kills, 60 points for them. While ESG at 11 with 58 points, 21 kills. Down to Torpedo X, climbing down the ladder with 12 placement, 56 points with 19 kills.
And now moving over to FB Unbeatable with 16 kills, 54 points. Expert MY 15 kills, 49 points. Geek Fam MY 15 kills, 48 points. Again, Bapa are still at the 16th spot with 14 kills, 36 points. Man, Bapa, although they got themselves like what, third place earlier, maybe fifth place, pretty close to the circle, but still only 36 points and still at 16th place.
We jump into the overall step 4 now. The number one fragger for today is none other than Drax for 10 kills. ESG Direct that kills quite a lot. Look at Bravo, plays himself at second this time out of nowhere. Well, last survivor R2K is Zig